Israel attacked Iran, obviously, in an attempt to, at the very least, sabotage the Iranian potential nuclear deal with the US. This is just another great example of why every country needs nukes. If you are opposed to Western imperialism, you need nuclear bombs, and you need them you need them quick, you need them fast, you need them in high supply, ready to go. Fuck this nuclear non-proliferation bullshit. That is specifically designed to make sure that those who already have nukes have power and those who don't have none. The entire reason why the US wants to stop Iran from getting nukes, they'll say, oh, we can't trust them, they're going to launch them, they're crazy. Like, if there's any country that can be trusted the least with nukes, it's the fucking USA. They're the ones who invade other countries all over the world. Nukes for everyone else are just a means to stop the US from invading you. So that's like the supposed justification behind this. It's pure Israeli aggression as usual, and the Israelis are obviously backed by the US, by the UK, by Europe, by fucking everyone who helped them out. So that gives them a massive edge here, which means that they are able to inflict more damage on Iran than is done to them. But nonetheless, they are getting hit back in ways that they're not used to. At this moment, it's something like a dozen or so Israelis have been killed. I mean, at least according to the Israeli government. I would imagine they're hiding the true extent of the casualties because they want to make it seem less bad, and they're probably not reporting military casualties as well. Whereas it's like 150 plus on the Iranian side. Obviously, Iran doesn't have an Iron Dome. It doesn't have the US on its side. It doesn't have the UK on its side. It's heavily limited in what it can do in response, and Israel is allowed to do basically whatever it wants. So it is absolutely predetermined that Iran would lose in such exchanges. But still, they are hitting Israel harder than Israel has been hit in a very long time, and the Israelis are crying about it. Israeli translated from Hebrew, they're fucking turning us into Gaza! And of course, I'm sure you know precisely what it is, like where I'm going to go with this in a second. But for now, let's stop. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So according to Western media, who are just going by the official tolls given out by both sides, as of me recording this on Sunday the 15th of June, 14 have been killed in Israel and at least around 400 total in Iran, including at least 167 civilians. So obviously, Iran's capacity to respond to Israel is heavily limited by Israel's geopolitical backing and also material backing. Like the US has outright said they intercepted missiles on behalf of Israel. Iran's not getting any such help. So the US is just playing an active belligerent in this. Obviously, they always are. This was started by Israel attacking Iran, and now you have morons, Israel framing itself as the victim here, like genuinely just unhinged. Like Israel's Twitter account is utterly insane. Like the victim playing is unreal. Like, we bomb you, but you bomb us back. And here we go. The Iranian regime has launched another barrage of ballistic missiles, triggering red alert sirens across Israel, deliberately targeting Israeli civilians, they say. Keep in mind, they have killed at least 167 civilians in Iran so far. And they are moaning about deliberate targeting of civilians, supposedly. Give me a fucking break. And these are also, the people who massacre babies intentionally in Gaza, who are currently carrying out a genocide in Gaza. You'll never guess who's been playing the victim, though. You will surely never guess. So I'm about to show you the absolute stupidest pro-Israel propaganda you're ever going to see. Like, it's so stupid that I genuinely just can't really believe it. It's so stupid it's not worth responding to, and the only reason why I'm responding to it is to say that I don't want to respond to it. In the future, I'm probably just going to ignore these idiots and what they say about this stuff unless it's like pertinent or something, because holy shit, this is just so bad. This is just unbelievable. Like, this is 20 IQ Zionist propaganda for people with 10 IQ. It's that bad. Like, the way that these people talk about Israel, they're just like children. Like, it's not even sophisticated enough for like the average dumbfuck Zionist propagandist. It's just below that level even. So keep in mind here that Ethan Klein is someone who has said that the IDF is a terrorist organization and that there's a genocide in Gaza. And this is his reaction to someone actually fighting back against this terrorist organization doing genocide. This is his reaction.
What's happening? And Iran is the fucking bad guy. They're evil. You know what I'm saying, dude?
He's talking like a 12-year-old watching a superhero movie. Sorry, this is actually less advanced than 12-year-old, a 9-year-old. This is the good guy and this is the bad guy, right? and the bad guy is Iran, because I guess they're evil, but somehow the guys who he has said are doing genocide and who he has said are terrorists. Like, let's look at his debate with Hassan Piker, because this is so absurdly out of line. Now, we obviously know here, I just want to be clear, he doesn't think it's a genocide, doesn't think the IDF are terrorists. The reason why he conceded those points in the debate with Hassan is because he wanted to avoid looking like a moron, because he'd obviously lose and he knew it. He doesn't know how to defend that. But the point here is, this guy, he supports people doing genocide, and he supports a terrorist organization, and says the people fighting them are bad guys every single time.
Do you believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. They're doing genocide, but someone fighting them, to be clear, not even someone who attacked them first, someone who is fighting back against them who got attacked first. But those people are in the wrong. They're the bad guys, and Israel are the good guys.
We're going to talk about the Ansarullah movement's history.
But I'll say, Israel, the IDF is terrorist. Yes, the IDF is terrorism.
Hold on.
So the IDF are terrorists. Israel is doing genocide. Iran is fighting against the IDF terrorist organization doing genocide. Yet Iran are the bad guys.
What's happening? And Iran is the fucking bad guy. They're evil.
Iran is the bad guys. They're evil. Israel, who he said are terrorists doing genocide, are not.
So far, it does seem like the strikes that Israel's done in Iran, from what I can tell, have been very targeted.
Very strategic. It seems they've been playing it for a long time.
It seems.
So there's not, as far as I've heard, any, or at least not massive civilian casualties in Iran.
I heard of civilian casualties. I mean, nothing obviously compared to Gaza, but it was definitely more targeted.
Jesus, this guy is such a meek little bitch.
Where did you hear that?
As we just went over, 167 out of 400 total casualties were civilian. That is a colossally high ratio, colossally bad ratio. This is just like propaganda for children. This is so stupid. And then he goes on to say here that Iran is the cause of everything. Like, he blames Iran for everything. Like, it's not Israel's 70, 80 plus year long genocide on the Palestinian people that's the cause of any of this. No, it's all Iran. It's all Iran for supporting those less than human Palestinians in fighting back.
Targeted, but hopefully there's no civilian deaths. If there are, that's horrible.
It's horrible. You just supported everything about them. When Israel kills civilians, it's just like, oops, it's horrible. Anyway, let's move on to something else. Actually, let's talk about how the Iranians actually support Israel bombing them.
Because like I said, the Iranian public has got to be, dude, fuck the Ayatollah.
They're terrible.
They're like the worst.
It's so funny how he justifies it this way. Why does that not mean that Israel should be bombed having Netanyahu then?
They're the problem with every fucking thing in that. It's funny. I feel like everyone blames a lot on Israel. And listen, Israel is a shit stir, and they're fucking mass murdering people in Gaza.
They're mass murdering people in Gaza, yet the people fighting them are the bad guys. You know who's not mass murdering anyone? Iran. So there's no comparison here. It doesn't matter how bad the government is. They're not mass murdering anyone right now, as you just said Israel is. Where is the logic here?
But Iran is like is this driving force behind Hamas.
It's all Iran's fault.
I see some Israelis in our chat right now. They're in their safe rooms.
Oh, the poor victims! Iran is fighting back. The poor victims. You bomb everyone around you. You massacre civilians. You intentionally massacre babies and you celebrate it. Now you're in your safe rooms.
I want to say that, whatever you think about Israel, Iran is bad or worse. They are the fucking evil. They are the evil fucking. They're the reason for all this bullshit. Mm-hmm. Like Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis. They're all attacking under the direction of Iran. They are all being these jihadists, fucking Islamists, like mega, these ultra, I don't even know how to say it, militant, super religious zealots, right? This is all coming from Iran under their direction, you know? So.
Okay. So Israel is doing genocide. The IDF is a terrorist organization, but everyone who fights back against them is evil. Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, Iran, all of them are evil and bad. And also, all of this, as in like the Gaza genocide, basically Israel was forced into doing that by Iran. Because Iran funds groups who actually fight back against Israel, which is a terrorist organization that does genocide according to Ethan himself. And ergo, that means that Iran is to blame. So this is just incoherent. It's so fucking stupid. You might as well blame Nazism on all the people who fought back against it. You forced the Nazis to do the Holocaust, is Ethan Klein's argument here. This guy is like, he's so fucking dumb. This is just so stupid. This is abominably, insanely dumb. It's the dumbest Zionist propaganda by a complete fucking moron. Like, even other Zionists would be embarrassed by this. It's that bad. And that's why I'm like, I was watching this because people were like, oh man, you got to see what Ethan Klein said about the Iran-Israel war thing going on right now. You got to talk about that. You got to check it out. And then I watched it and I was like, this is so absurdly stupid. Like, there's not even like a room for me to educate here. It's just so fucking dumb. He's just making it up as he goes along. Anyone who fights against Israel is always the bad guys. And Israel, even though he acknowledged that they're doing genocide and that they're terrorists, are somehow still the good guys. Israel massacre fucking 200,000 civilians, 50,000 little babies. Yet somehow the people who clearly haven't done anything like that, they're the bad guys and Israel is the good guys. Even when Israel attacked them first and they're just attacking back. And Israel is again massacring civilians in their country. This is abominably dumb, abominably stupid. This shit has run its course. Like, the teaching moments from Ethan Klein's content are all gone. This is what it is now. It's the dumbest hack Zionist propaganda you will ever see in your life. It's so dumb. It's absurdly stupid. I just watch it, I'm like, who is this even for? If I were a Zionist watching this, I'd be fucking embarrassed that this is the person representing me. It's Zionist propaganda for people with 10 IQ by a guy with 15 IQ. It's absurdly dumb. There's nothing to even refute here. Because even by the guy's own logic, by the things he said in the past, which he forgets like weeks later, Israel should be the bad guys and anyone fighting against them should be supported. This is just so absurdly stupid. But hey, I mean, at least we got some funny fucking Hila Klein, some extremely funny Hila Klein Instagram stories about this, playing the victim. Now suddenly, Hila Klein thinks it's wrong to bomb. Now that Tel Aviv is being bombed. Hila Klein's posted a bunch of stories. Let's check him out. Terrified for my family right now. Stay safe, everyone. The regime in Iran launched 100 to 200 missiles at Israeli civilians tonight on Friday evening, forcing millions of Israelis into bomb shelters. Several injuries reported. Massive destruction to several residential buildings in Israel. Pray for Israel. She reposts Hen Mazig, fucking paid Israeli government propagandists. And it's like, you bomb them! You bomb them! Before they even retaliated, you'd killed like 100 people, little babies, children. You'd massacred them. Pray for Israel. Oh my fucking God, the victimhood. My mom is in her safe room. Oh, now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels, don't you? Reaping the whirlwind. You bomb everyone else. You support the bombings. You support the massacres. You justify them. And now it comes home. Oh my God, Jews abroad are being warned to stay on the lookout and lay low. By who? Why? Israel bombs Iran and massacres children and babies. They bomb Gaza. And who's the victims? Jews abroad. Holy shit. This is insane. What a Tel Aviv bomb shelter looks like. They probably have a fucking Starbucks down there. 5 Palestinians are wounded, including 3 children, after an Iran-funded Houthi missile hit a Palestinian town. She posted this. This is the first time Hila Klein has ever posted about a Palestinian child being injured or killed. And it's about a Palestinian citizen of Israel who she is leveraging in order to paint Israel as the victim. Holy shit. 200,000 dead civilians? No big deal. No problem. 5 wounded Palestinians by a retaliatory missile strike after Israel strikes Iran? Time to post. Victim time. And then she posted, female pilot who participated in the attack on Iran. Israeli women are heroes. Oh my fucking God. Even Israeli women can kill children and babies. Girl power, you go girl. This is the level of like idiocy that these people operate at. So Hila posted a fake apology regarding the girl boss pilots bombing Iran thing. And I want to analyze this to talk about the way that they apologize. For one, this is an apology that is very clearly written by ChatGPT. She says, I would like to apologize for my recent story reshare about the female Israeli pilot being a hero. It came off as glorifying violence. No, that's not the problem. Which wasn't at all my intention, but I understand that's how it came off. I wanted to highlight the difference between women's lack of rights in Iran under the Ayatollah and women in Israel being given agency to even fight in combat. Apparently that's a desirable thing. Fighting in combat for the Israeli military. Which, this is a repost from Ethan's story, by the way, which Ethan himself said does genocide and is terrorist. How honorable. The right to massacre babies. Woo! That's a right that women should strive for, isn't it? You know what? If in Iran, under the Ayatollah, women don't have the right to drop bombs on babies like they do in Israel, that's a good thing. She continues, that being said, it's not the best timing or situation to make such a point. War is terrible and should be glorified, and I'm very sorry for the post. You're not very sorry. You notice how she's not actually sorry, right? This is how these people apologize. Every time they apologize, it was with the Yoav Gallant thing as well. It was like, oh, I'm sorry what I said. I am sorry that you are so offended by this. And yeah, I shouldn't have posted that. It's never... I was wrong. Yoav Gallant is an internationally wanted war criminal responsible for genocide in Gaza. It's just, I'm sorry that I said that and I got an adverse reaction for it. She's not saying, I'm sorry because I was wrong. I'm sorry for celebrating the right to drop bombs on babies that Israeli women have, as if that's a positive thing. She's not sorry about that, which is the actual bad thing about her story. What she's sorry about is war is terrible. Oh, it came off as glorifying violence. No, that's not the problem. No one would be complaining if it was we were talking about a Soviet sniper sniping Germans in World War II, like a Soviet woman sniper. The problem is that the Israelis are genocidal terrorist aggressors, and you're not apologizing for that part of it. You're just making up a reason. I'm glorifying violence. War is terrible. I'm so sorry for glorifying it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. You're not apologizing for what the actual problem is, which is that you're wrong, which is that your beliefs are wrong, which is that you're a genocidal terrorist fuckwit. Same thing as I said, her saying that Yoav Gallant was a good guy. The problem with her saying Yoav Gallant was a good guy is that he's an internationally wanted fucking war criminal. And Hila's response was I'm so sorry. I didn't know that he's a polarizing figure. I didn't know that other people think bad about him. I was just praising this one thing he did. It doesn't mean that I support everything. And she never gets around to saying, and yes, I acknowledge that he is an internationally wanted war criminal and he should be punished for his crimes. Because she doesn't believe they're crimes. She doesn't think he should be punished for them. So what she ended up apologizing for wasn't even what she was being criticized for. She made up something to skirt around that so she doesn't have to disown her actual beliefs. These aren't apologies. These are adverse reactions to bad PR. They never actually say, the thing that I said was wrong. I'm sorry. They just say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know about this, blah, 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 blah. I just thought this other thing, blah, blah, blah. I was slightly misinformed, blah, blah, blah. You're not misinformed. The problem is your beliefs, which you still hold and which you never apologize for or retracted. So, look, these people are too dumb for me to respond to, really. It's just laughing at them. There's nothing to learn from it. There's nothing to be gained by responding to them anymore. It's pointless. At the beginning, it was okay, these people spouting dumb Zionist talking points right, the Nakba and stuff. So by responding to them, I can use that to get more eyes on on a rebuttal to this common Zionist talking point. Now it's Iran is the bad guy, Israel is the good guy. You know, like in the Marvel movie, remember Captain America when he fights Thanos? Do you remember that? Yeah, okay, so Israel is good guy, Iran is bad guy. And what can you possibly gain from framing your coverage of anything around that? Nothing. So fuck it. These people are too dumb to bother with. This is just so boring. The Ethan Klein shit is so boring. He was funny to laugh at for a while. He was a good vector to refute Zionist propaganda for a little bit. But now it's just, he's already gone through all of the Zionist talking points. He's just repeating them. And when he tries to do his own Zionist talking points, it's so fucking dumb and just so blatantly contradicted by his own words, his own things that he said 2 weeks ago, that it's okay, there's nothing to be gained here anymore. It's a waste of time. Does it make me a lot of money? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Milking Ethan Klein has made me a bajillionaire. But also, it's boring as fuck. How much money do I really need, you know? But Bomber Harris had something to say about those who bomb others. He was Rhodesian, but aside from that, the Israelis entered this war under the rather childish delusion they were going to bomb everyone else and nobody was going to bomb them. At Gaza, at Lebanon, Iran, and 100 other places, they put that rather naive theory into operation. They sowed the wind, and now they're going to reap the whirlwind. And reap it they did. And I can only hope that Israel reaps the whirlwind more and more